To write an operating system, all you have to do is get an assembly code writing IDE compiler, write a file that codes out writing a file to disk called an ISO file that is standardized by the chips and the firmware that reads the data to run the operating system of all of your processes on your hardware. And it's just a few files. It's called a bootloader. That bootloader will give you the right, if you code it correctly and understand how to talk to the chipset, and you should be able to write that to disk, and the chipset will ask the disk to run the bootloader automatically, and it will tell it what to do based on the code that you use to run your chips. And that's how you write an operating system, with an ISO file. And as long as that bootloader functions correctly, you'll have an operating system. You need assembly language to write that. Or otherwise, as long as you can code out the proper codes and binary for an ISO file, you could use other languages just as well. But if you can't code that out properly in binary and then write it to disk through the boot sector, you will not be able to functionally write an operating system.